Okay, so first of all, for those of you that don't know who I am, Sarah's actually my direct upline. I've been with Zaya since September of 2019.
Okay, that's totally down.
Hold on. Oh, there we go. I had actually done a direct sales company once before, and I was with them for 2.5 years, and I walked away swearing that I would never come close to anything like this again. But life happened. I was still working full time as a nurse. That was never my plan. I always thought that nursing was like the perfect job because once I had kids, I could, go down to once a week and still have something that was mine, but still be able to like be a mom and be home with my kids primarily. That was just never in the books for me. And so that's why I had originally, attempted a direct sales company. But that experience taught me that they were all what I thought they were, that they were just a lot of talk. Only the select few became successful, et cetera, et cetera. Fast forward 2.5 years later, life happened. I was looking again for something to get me home. We were finally almost within reach of that. And then a real estate deal went bad that my husband was involved in. And literally, I felt like I was stuck. Like there was no way out. I was going to be working full time for the rest of my life. And so I started looking for something for home. Something like Zaya was the last thing on my mind because like I said, I had been there, done that, and I knew that they weren't what they were all tucked up to be. But Sarah's feet, I knew Sarah. I grew up with Sarah. She went to high school with my brother, went to school dance with my brother. Anyway, but her feed came up into mine and I kept on having this like pull to ask her questions. But I was like, no, like, why would this be different than it was the first time around? But I just kept on having that feeling, and I was looking for like nurse jobs from home, which would have been so freaking boring and so impossible with 4 kids running around. So I decided to finally just get over myself and ask. And what I can tell you, and many of you that are here and have been here for a while know that it's different. Zaya has been completely different than from my first experience. And I want you guys to know that you are in a good place. You have started at a prime time. And if you can plug in and show up and just trust yourself, you will be able to create something that you never before imagined. Now, everyone has different goals, and I think that's amazing. For me, it was income initially was my biggest reason for getting in. And what I can tell you, in 2.5 years with my first company, I didn't even come close to replacing my income from nursing. After a year with Zaya, I replaced my full-time nursing income and I came home. So I know that it's possible. And the timing of right now is even better than when I started. They often talk about in direct sales, like sometimes people think, oh, you got in at the beginning, that's the best time. They've done studies and they've shown that months 36 to 72 are actually the prime time to get in with a company. And that paired with several other reasons are why right now, like your decision to join now and start your business now, you couldn't have picked a better time. The beginning is not the best time. Month 36 to 72, we hit our 5-year mark last year in February. So that paired with like e-commerce, the athletic wear industry in and of itself, the booms that are happening in direct sales industry in and of, just separate from that. Like there are so many reasons why Zaya is such a prime opportunity and you guys get to be a part of that. So what I'm quickly going to just kind of, I don't want to like overload you guys with information. But I'm just going to quickly want to share with you just a few key things to get your business starting out strong. But one thing I want to offer you is, yes, we have amazing resources. We have so many things to help you move along, but I want to offer you that you guys know what to do on some level. When Sarah started out, she was brand new. They had zero resources and they figured it out. Think about like if you were to open a brick and mortar, what would you do? How would you share it? How would you get the word out? There really is nothing different from that than there is with Zaya. So get creative on how you can start sharing the fact that you have opened a business and started a business with Zaya Active, whether that be through text messaging, whether that be through direct messages, whether that be through putting a post on social media. Yes, a post is great. It's kind of like a bulletin board, but how valuable or how effective is that unless you are individually connecting with people on a one-on-one basis. So one thing I will challenge you to do is get the word out now. Like, don't feel like you have to know everything to do something. You will learn as you grow. I mean, I've been here for 2.5 years and I'm still learning and I'm still growing and I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay. But I'm still finding success. So just, I want you guys to trust yourself. I mean, Google, like if you have a question, ask Google. I mean, Google is like a freaking amazing resource. Okay. The one thing I want to touch on really fast, and I'm going to share my screen really quickly, because on top of just the incredible opportunities Zaya is, just with the, like our compensation plan in and of itself, the fact that the starter kit was such an incredible deal, it's still an investment. And we want to work with you to get that investment earned back in the first 30 days. And what I can tell you is that happens over and over again if you decide to plug in and start now and are showing up consistently. But on top of that, there is this promo that is happening, and anyone can achieve this. You guys can achieve this. It's called the 1-2-3 magic. I'm not going to go into details on it. You can talk to your upline, but just know that there are opportunities for you to bring an income in right now on above and beyond your commissions that you're going to be making simply through sharing the activewear. The other thing to be aware of is our moonshot. Let's see, where is that one? I thought it was the next one. Maybe, no. Nope. Here it is. No. Sorry. I like organized this all to like make it easy, but now it's not even there. Okay, it's right here. Oh, right there. So another thing that is really cool about Zaya, and you will find this, you guys, like Zaya is so good at taking care of their people. Like they want you to succeed and they provide every opportunity for you to do so. Like I shared, I was with the company for 2.5 years. I didn't earn a single trip. I didn't earn any special bonuses, and I worked my butt off. It wasn't that I didn't work my butt off. I just got back from my 4th all expense trip paid for by Zaya in 2.5 years. We're me and a +1. So I just want you to know, like, things are possible for you, and they do want to reward those that are showing up. This is one of those things. So as you rank advance in the company, you get bonuses for rank advancing to each different rank. And these ones are right here, the $50 and the $75, one that they've always had, and you guys always have that opportunity to do so. But they've recently announced this moonshot bonus. Okay. And that's an extra additional $250 that you can earn in addition to this $125. So it's, what is that? I don't even know. But it's like $375, I think, of bonuses that you get in addition to commissions if you hit this rank in the first full 2 months of your business. Okay. Which again, it is possible. And I know it's possible because I have done it myself, and I've helped so many other women do the same. Okay, so sorry, I wrote down notes because I have a squirrel brain. And if I don't write down notes, then I'll just start talking about everything. Okay, first of all, I am going to show you a few things, okay? I'm going to come back to you guys because I want to see your faces, and then I'll come back to these resources. But what I challenge you right now is to get the word out, whether you have like, maybe you've hosted a party and used your credits towards an event. I don't think that you can't do an official launch party. I think you could absolutely announce, be like, hey, I decided to do this thing and I'm going to do a launch party. Or if you are launching for the first time, I challenge you to take advantage of this time where people are going to want to support you. I think we tell ourselves very often that, they're going to be bothered by us, or why would they want anything from Zaya? They don't want to support me. What I have found is I've been way more surprised with how supportive people want to be versus what I think they will be or not be, especially when you are starting out. So take advantage of this time. Don't overthink who you invite to your launch party. Don't overthink who you invite or let them know that you have started a business with Zaya Active. When I started, I literally went through every single friend on my Facebook list. I had like 5 pictures on my Instagram. That's a long story, but I was like literally starting over on Instagram. And then every single person in my phone. And I went through every single one and I let them know. I invited them to my launch party. I made a list of them. Okay. I think of the list that you would invite to and share the fact that you are starting a business is the same list that you would use for someone that you would invite to your wedding or a baby shower or your daughter's wedding or your son's wedding. Like, don't overthink who to invite to Zaya and who may find something that they love. Unless they are part of a nudist colony, like we're good. Like we literally have something for everyone. And you guys know our size range is huge and it's going to expand. And I love that because I'm a huge believer that we are beautiful no matter our shape or size. And that is a big thing that Zaya is about too. So get creative with that. Get creative and just ask yourself, if this was a brick and mortar, how would I spread the word? And then spread the word. Let people know. And remember that Zaya is for everyone, just not the nudist colonies, like I said. So before I go into like the details and like a few of the resources and show you what those are, so you know resources are available to you besides yourself, because I challenge you to be resourceful. We know more than we think. We know more than we tell ourselves. But number one, launch your business. Don't wait to do that, whether that be through an in-home party, an online party, whatever that looks like for you, do it, or both. I remember I was freaking scared out of my mind to launch my business. I had just had my fourth baby when I signed up. Literally, I signed up in the hospital bed of baby number 4. I get postpartum anxiety really bad. And so I was like a mess. Like, you should ask my husband as I was like getting ready for people to come over. And then they come over, I'm like, all right, like this was just like hanging out at Target with my friends. Like, don't make it something that it's not. Like, you are simply inviting people to come over and experience something that you have fallen in love with. So get that list together, schedule a date that you're going to do your launch party, and then make it happen. Once you schedule that date and you get the word out, you'll make it happen. Like, you will do the things to get ready for it, because once you've committed to it and you let people know, you'll make it happen. And then the Facebook party. Some people do on Facebook, some people do on Instagram. I will tell you, I took like 3 months to do my Facebook party because I had never done a Facebook party online and really anything on Facebook. I was like so naive to social media. I way overthought that, you guys. We have resources and tools to help you through, show you exactly how to set up a Facebook group if you've never done it before. We have templates. We have all of these things that you can utilize if you would like. But really, the biggest purpose of a launch party or a Facebook party, an online party, is to create engagement, connection, and provide really great customer service and follow-up. So however you do that, do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it perfectly worded. Like, share the fact that you are nervous and you want to vomit. Like, just be you, and people are going to relate to that and be like, wow, that's awesome. She's scared out of her mind, but here she is showing up and doing this thing that is scaring her. So schedule your launch party, okay? Or if you hosted a party to get your starter kit, decide when you want to do your official launch party. And that group that you had your party in, turn that into your VIP group. That's now your community. That's now your people that you're going to show up for, connect with, share Zaya, and share things outside of Zaya. And then, yes. And then those of you that haven't launched, if you choose to do one on Facebook, that will then turn into your VIP group, which we'll talk to you about in a second. And then number 2, like I said, after you launch, you follow up with those customers, you take care of them, and then you invite them in, whether that be to host or to do this business with you. It is not too early to invite now to the business. You don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. Honestly, I see that as a strong suit because you have a community of women behind you to support you. And then you can relate to them. And if you don't know the answer, be like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure it out. And we have an amazing team that we can reach out to. So if there are people that you know that this could bless their life, or that you think would be so freaking fun to do this with, invite them. If you know someone that loves activewear and would love a discount, invite them. Like, don't overthink it. Something I knew when I started this business was Zaya, because I had done direct sales before. And what that ended up doing is taking me away from my family without providing any income to bring me home to my family. And so I knew this time, if I wanted it to be different, I needed to be willing to do something different. I needed to be willing to talk about the opportunity. I needed to be willing to share the fact that I owned a business. And so I did. And it felt uncomfortable and it felt scary. And in the beginning, I did it in the worst possible way. But was it the worst possible way? Maybe not, because it got me here. It made me learn, it made me grow, and I just did it in the best way that I knew how. So just open your mouth and share from your heart. And instead of making it about you, ask yourself, who could this help? The world right now is kind of crazy. You guys, there are so many people right now that could use an additional source of income, and you sharing this with them could be their door into getting something, into changing their situation, into giving them options. So I challenge you to do that. We have things that after you invite them, you plug them into our Discover Zayas, all right? Like, you don't have to do all the talking. You just invite from your heart and get them plugged in. Okay, so here are the resources. So number one, and your upline may have shared this with you or something similar to it. So if you have already done this, maybe you have, and that's fine. But they would have either sent you an email. Sorry, there's so many flies. They just keep on flying on me. But an email or our welcome letter type of thing. So this is an example of the one that we have on our team website that is available to you as you build your team. So essentially you want to open this up, log into your back office, personalize your website, which essentially just means changing that number, which that your rep ID will always get you to your website, myzaya.com/ whatever your rep ID is. But this is just personalizing it so that you can say myzaya.com/Meghan, myzaya.com/ Christina is amazing. I don't know, whatever you want to have it be, so it's easy to remember and that you can easily give to someone. It will bring them to the same place. So these videos walk you through exactly how to do that. And then get connected to our Team Zaya Papaya Facebook page. On that page, you'll find that we do like on the top of the page, there's a post that has all the announcements for that week. There's guides in there. So many resources. We shout people out there. So it's just like a place for community to ask questions. You'll also be added into messenger chats where you can ask questions. Do not be afraid to ask questions, which, by the way, we will open this up at the end to questions. So if you have questions as we go along, write them down, ask them. Chances are someone else has it and they're just not asking. So do everyone a favor and ask your questions. And then it shows you how to do all of these things, okay? How to utilize your starter gift card, etc. In the email, it should also, at least from me, I don't see it on here. So I don't actually send this one. Mine is very similar, but I don't see the Papaya website on here. Maybe it's not on this. So we also have a team website. So in my email to my reps, those of you that are on here, there was a link on there, and it was one of the first steps to get you into our team website. Okay, this is a website that Sarah created particularly for our team. This is not worldwide Zaya. She actually created it with her sister, who is not a rep, so that her sister could find the holes of someone starting out brand new of what they would need to do to get started and to make sense of things as they move through it. So get your log into this. The homepage, it has like a welcome to the team video. You'll get to meet Sarah there, a little just intro, and then really like our success standard. These are the things that we have found that people are doing that have found success in their business. The next thing in there is just the getting started. And this is the only thing we really want you to focus on before you launch your business. So on this first page is the launch guide. Okay. This launch guide literally, and it's just right here. So if you click on that, it will bring you here. It goes in chronological order, the same order as the website does. Okay. So we have this launch guide, right? The next thing is get connected. Then this is get connected. It's the very first checklist. So print this off, go through it. Don't overcomplicate it. It will walk you through step by step what to do. Get on a phone call with your sponsor, get plugged into the team page and communication, connect with corporate on social media, at Zaya Active and at Zaya Family. The value of Zaya Family, for those of you that don't know, is on Wednesdays when we have new releases, they will get on the stories there and they will do reviews of the new releases, talk about sizing, fit, product, etc. Okay. You will also receive an email on Wednesdays with graphics of all of the new releases that they're ready to share, and you can share them to your stories, you can share them to your VIP groups, you can share them to your page. And now with them doing these reviews, they actually like attach a video on each product. There's the video of the review. So it's a great resource for your customers. So you can send them these videos and be like, this is how it fits, et cetera, et cetera. So it literally walks you through. So go do that. Then go through the back office basics. All of these you can actually click on and it will take you to the video. But I'm a paper person. I like having it in my hand and checking it off as I go to keep me on track. Because you could print it off and then you could be in here and it's going to have those same things in here. You click on this right here, it takes you to our Facebook page. You click on this right here, it will take you to Zaya Family, et cetera, or if you're from Australia or Canada. And then your back office basics, which is that next checkbox. It has all of those in here. So you can have that paper in front of you and just go through these things, personalizing your website, creating the event shopping link, and using your gift card.
Okay, so let's personalize your website.
Oh, sorry. I was like, Sarah's here. That was, how did I do that? Here we go. Anyway, okay. And then, so creating the event link. So I do want to talk about this really quickly. So there's two different ways that you can shop as a rep. One way is you can use your discount. You can get 25% off. The other way is to create this shopping link and then purchase at full price and earn a commission and free and half off Zaya. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I personally do it the way where I create the event link and I buy things at full price because that takes full advantage of the compensation plan and you also get more back. And I feel like this is a really easy breakdown of why that is. So when you buy at full price through a shopping link, you are earning commissions and free and half off Zaya, okay? So this shows you that. And then if you use your discount. Now, if you just had $600 in a given month, okay, say you spent $600 or people plus you spent $600, you're going to get $120 back in commission. Then you're going to get 3 items at half off and a $65 credit to use on Zaya. If you use your 25% discount for $600, you get 25% or you get $150 back. Okay. So that might be a little bit more money here, but you're getting $65 and 3 items at half off. So you get more back. And then one thing that Zaya does to reward us for showing up is any month that you hit 1,000 of qualified personal volume, you get an extra 8% on your entire commission check, meaning that same $600 is going to actually earn you $168, 3 half off items, and a $65 credit back. Okay. So I personally, like I said, I personally buy it full price because you get more back. This is just an example for 200. So if you get 200, you get $40 back, $20 in credits, and 2 half off items, versus if you spend $200 with your 25% off, you get $50 back. Okay. But you don't get any free and half off Zaya, and you don't get commissions. So like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it, but that is personally how I do it. Because in the end, you get more back, especially if you're actively showing up and building your business. Our goal for all of you is to hit that 1,000 every month, because number one, it builds your business in a consistent, sustainable way. And number two, it doesn't leave money on the table. You get an extra 8% on your entire commission check by hitting that 1,000. Okay. And then redeeming your starter gift card. And again, when you redeem the starter gift card, you can choose to use it with your discount, or you can then use that gift card in that shopping link you just created and get the free and half off Zaya and the commissions. I always have an event link open, whether or not I am throwing a party. So I always have one that's open that my customers can shop through, that I can shop through, that my repeat customers can shop through. There will be times that if they shop, it may accidentally not go in your event link. That's okay. It will show up in your back office. You can talk to your upline about this, but you can have customer service, or you yourself can move it into the event. Okay. Okay. And then after that, so after you've done that, you've set up your website, you've done all of those things, you've used your gift card, then you're going, oh, sorry. Is somebody asking a question? Or maybe someone's just not on mute. I don't know. Okay. Um, anyway, so after that, you're going to write out your why. And you guys, your why may change as you move. Maybe right now it's to get some extra income. I know that my why has changed dramatically. I know initially I came in just for income. I didn't care about new friends. I was more of an introvert. I felt like I had plenty to handle, but I can tell you that Zaya has become so much more than that. For me, for myself, for my family. And so whatever it is that you want from Zaya, I want you to know that it is possible for you if you decide and believe that it is. So then, like we said, schedule your launch party. And this shows you how to set up that social media Facebook group and then announce and invite. So this just has an idea. You guys, we don't love scripts, but we provide them because I understand it's nice to have something to go off of. But just make sure that you take these and make them you, because people will be able to hear that it is not you. The people that love you, your warm market that is currently your friends and your family and your following on your social media. So just take these and make them yours. But this is just an example idea for social media post, an example idea for an individual invite. You run your party. This is where the Facebook outline is that we have. It's an outline template that you're welcome to use. And again, switch it up, switch the words a little bit, switch out some of the pictures. It's going to take more time your first time, but you'll get a hang of it and you'll realize actually how simple it can be if you just sit down and do it. And then you'll close your event. You'll get your free and half off Zaya. You'll turn that group into your VIP page, and then you'll follow up with those customers, invite them to host, rep, or join your VIP page. The next page, it just splits it up into your 30 days. So your 14-day goals, 30-day goals, and it just gives you a checklist of things to do to start sharing the fact that you've opened a business and different goals to hit. And this goes along with that moonshot bonus. So that's why this is called the Moonshot Launch Guide. So the junior rep requirements, the road to junior rep, starting your contact list of people that could be customers, people that could be on your team, and then your 30 to 60-day goals. So that moonshot launch or moonshot bonus happens when you hit senior rep in your first full 2 months of your business. So if you join this month, you have all of September and all of October for that to happen. Does that make sense? So your first full 2 months, you hit senior rep. That gets you the extra $250 bonus in addition to the 175 or whatever it is. Anyway, and then here's just like a little summary, some little ideas and essentials to kind of keep you on track, to keep your business moving forward. And then again, some script examples. I do like that they separate these into like good friends, current party hosts, potential business builders that are in your cold market or warm market, potential customers for cold or warm market. Anyway, and then they're continued. But again, just remember that you know what to say. And just I remember because stories used to be so uncomfortable to me. Like talking on my stories to people, man, I go back and watch some of them sometimes. I'm like, oh my gosh, Meg, like you talked for so long about nothing. But just think of it like you're FaceTiming your mom, okay? Like you're FaceTiming your husband, your best friend. Like show up as you because that's who you want to attract to you. You are not here to be anybody else but you. You are here to share you, what you love. If you're a teacher, you can, you can share things to teach other kids how to read easier. I don't know. Just there are so many different things. And then here's just a few different resources available to you. Just know, like, I have never been part of like a team that has had so much available to us for us to succeed. So I want you to know, like, if you plug in and if you take these steps and if you are coachable and if you show up, you will be able to grow and you will be able to have success, and not just with your business, but truly within yourself. That has been the thing. Like, yes, the financial has been an incredible blessing for my family. But now, like, even if I wasn't gaining financially, like I wouldn't go anywhere. Like Zaya has done so much more for me on a personal, individual level. Like doing something like this, like Sarah was supposed to do this today, right? 2 hours ago, she asked me to do it. I used to like vomit and have major diarrhea before any type of public speaking. Okay. And yes, I still write notes, but I used to read them like this. Like, so just know that we limit ourselves on so many levels. And Zaya truly is an opportunity for personal growth. And we just happen to get paid for it. So, I mean, does it really get better than that? I don't know. I don't think so. So, the three main things to focus on right now, and really whether you're here day one or you've been here for 5 years, the ways to grow this business really are pretty simple. We as humans overcomplicate it, but it's meeting new people, connecting with them. Okay. So, and maybe that's meeting new people is just reconnecting with people that you haven't talked to in a long time that are just on your friends list. Just dropping drops of sunshine, checking in with them, seeing how they're doing, telling them how beautiful they are. I don't know, just something to make their day. Um, Adding value. What does that look like? Say, like I said, you're a teacher. You can share tips on whatever. You like to cook. I don't like to cook, but if people share really cool recipes that are easy, like, yes, please share them with me and I'll take them. If you like to make people laugh, like whatever it is, if you've struggled with anxiety, depression, like just share and be vulnerable and be you. And that is what connects people to you. Um, Social media can be like such a thing for bad and negative if we're just comparing ourselves. If we're like looking and thinking that that is what their life looks like every single day. Okay. You showing up, and I remember when I used to I started doing my stories and I would like erase and re-record because like my kid walked in or like I said something dumb. I'm like, what am I doing? Like my people don't relate to perfection. So I'm going to show up. I'm going to be messy. I'm going to say weird things. My kids are going to run in their underwear. And that's what's going to connect people to me. So I challenge you to let go of what you think you need to be and just be you. Just show up as you. And that's the greatest value that you can offer others and really give others permission to do the same. So those things, meeting people, connecting with them, adding value. Don't overcomplicate what adding value means. Okay. Being you is the best value you can add. And then inviting people in to host, try the product, or start, join the business with you. We talked about the pay plan. Oh, the 3 tiers. So there are 3 tiers. So as you probably already know, there is no monthly minimum with Zaya. Okay. Zaya does not require us to spend money monthly to make money, which was very different from my company before. It was kind of backwards. Like when you started, you had to spend so much to make money. And then as you grew, you had to spend more, which I'm like, that makes zero sense. Like, why are we not being rewarded? Our pay plan is actually super simple, really generous, and I actually understand it, which I didn't understand my other one for that I was with for 2.5 years. It was like you had to like figure out your legs and balance them. And if you didn't do it right, you wouldn't get paid. Like I was like, what? Like, are we speaking another language? Like our pay plan is incredibly simple. I don't want you to feel like you have to worry about understanding it all right now. Just know that by meeting new people, inviting them in, and adding value, your business will grow. Okay. But what was I saying? I forget. I forget what I was saying. Oh, the things. Okay, so 200. If so there are 3 benchmarks. So you are not required to spend money to make money. But if you want to get a paycheck in a month, there does need to be 200 of qualified personal volume in your account, okay? That number starts over every single month. That is commissionable volume and qualified volume. So even if you're using your discount, that counts towards your qualified personal volume, okay? So for example, you spend $50 at 25% off. Lucy spends $150. You'll still get a commission on that $150, okay? So it just has to be 200. The next benchmark is 600. Something that's really cool about Zaya, most direct sales companies, as you guys probably know, there's some type of a website fee. Zaya has a website fee. It's $15 a month, but the first 2 months are covered. So this month and next month, if you signed up in August, they cover that website fee for you. They give you time to build momentum in your business. I have never paid a website fee. my entire time with Zaya. Getting 600 a month is completely possible, even if you're working full time and have 4 children. Okay. That was my life for the first year of this business. Um, 2 of them being like tiny humans in diapers. So just know that you can, if you can be intentional with this business, it does not have to take hours a day, and you can have success as you show up consistently. So that 600, they will cover that fee for you. Okay. And then that 1,000 that we talked about, that's when you get that extra additional 8% on your entire paycheck. Okay. And your base commission starting out is 20%. As you rank advance in the company, that actually goes up. And that 8% just gets added to whatever that base percentage is for you at that time. Okay. Um, so you guys, the things to do: print out your moonshot launch guide. Go through those checklists if you haven't done that yet. Okay, get your website set up, all the things. Get yourself plugged in to our team page, to our team website. Your upline probably added you to group chats, and maybe you're already like, oh my gosh, so many notifications. Turn your notifications off. That's what I challenge you to do. Block the time in for your business, or you will feel like a chicken with its head cut off. So you will get much more done. I block it in. I mean, I turn all my notifications off. Okay. But when I get in there, I scroll up, I catch up, respond to what I need to, and then I'm out. It will feel so much better to you if you do that. So turn them off. Okay. Just plan your time. You take responsibility for your business and showing up and checking in. Do your launch party, schedule it, work with your upline to make it happen. Okay. Listen to personal development every single day. Our brain and our thoughts can be the thing that make or break us in this business and really in life. We as humans tend to talk to ourselves very negatively, whether we are aware of it or not. So feeding ourselves with positive things will change the way that you see things, that you view yourself, and the way that you take action. If you are interested, there is a bunch of us that will be reading this one. It's called The Power of One More. Ed Milet, he's amazing. So anyway, but listen to them. They're on there's so many free podcasts. I have so many favorites. If you want to know my favorites, I can share them, but there's so much personal development out there, and it doesn't have to be a lot. Read 3 pages. Listen to one when you're driving to work. Listen to one when you're folding laundry. It doesn't have to be something that takes more time. It's just something that adds to the things that you're already doing. Okay. Let me think if there's, a couple more things, which anyway, one other thing just to know: every single week, like Sunday or Monday, Sarah emails out a newsletter. Okay. In that newsletter has all like if there's team challenges going on, if there are team calls that week, if there's promos, it has the links for them. It allows you to schedule and plan out your week however you like to do that, whether that's on a paper calendar, a Google calendar, whatever. So just know every single week that's being sent to you. So you can find it all in that one spot. Okay. And then we have our team website, like we talked about, going through that step by step. There's so much good information in that team website. Do not get lost in there. Don't go in there and just start going and going and going. Start at the top, go through that first thing, be done, schedule your launch party, and you'll see that next thing after you go through that list. Hold on. I always can't ever find out how to share. Is this it? No. You guys, you think after, here we are. See, and you don't have to be tech savvy either to do with cool things. Okay. But after you do this, like, stop there, schedule your launch party. And then this will walk you through Business Launch 101, launch party tips, launch to VIP, follow up, your warm and cold market. Like, take it step by step. I don't want you to get in there and just be like an expert learner. I want you to learn, then do, learn, then apply. Okay. Or else you will feel overwhelmed. And when we feel overwhelmed, we avoid, we don't do it, we hide, we tell ourselves, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I'm not cut out for this. We fill ourselves with all of those things. Take a deep breath, go back to the beginning. Okay. And know that you know what to do, and know that you have resources to guide you along. So anyway, there are some cool, just one thing I want to point out: the business FAQs. Obviously, like I said, always ask questions. We are here to support you. But there are a lot of questions, like in the business FAQ. like commonly asked questions that are in here. So you can go in there to find it. In the parties one, there are party FAQs. Anyway, so just know that there's a lot. And if you are on my team, if you're my personal downline, you will find when you ask me questions, I will often screenshot where to find it. And it's not because I don't want to answer it for you, but I want you to be able to know where to find it so that as you build your team, you know where to plug them into. Because I see each of you as a leader today. I see each of you with the capability to build a team today. And so I'm just passing the ownership over to you, but I'm here to do it with you. I don't want you to ever think that you're bothering me, but that's why I do that. I do that so you know what's available to you, so you know where to find the answers next time. And then real quick before I finish up, if you are on my team, this is not Sarah's team, I do have a Google Calendar, which is in my email that I send out to you. In that Google Calendar, because there's just a few things that I have that are specific to my team that Sarah doesn't do. So this is kind of just like an extra little resource outside of the newsletter. You are welcome to utilize this. Everything that's in the newsletter will be in here. Once the recordings happen, I will upload them into the Google Calendar, but you can also find all team recordings, you guys, at the very bottom of our team website. If I can get it to go down, all the call recordings are here or in the newsletter that's sent to you weekly. Okay. There's so many places. You guys just get to decide what makes sense to you and where you're going to find those things. But all in the newsletter, all on the team website. And then I have my Google Calendar for my team. Okay. So last thing, I know that was a lot. I know these calls can feel like a lot in the beginning. I just want you to take a deep breath, take it a step at a time. I want you to know that I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I've had reps that take off right away, and I have reps that it takes a little bit of time. I don't want you to look sideways. I don't want you to compare. You don't know where they started from. You don't know, were they already active on social media? Have they done this before? And so they already have a following that they're working with. Have you been absent on social media? And so you're basically starting from square one. That was me. So I know that it's possible. Like my Instagram literally deleted itself. And so I had like, I think maybe 100, I don't know, 70 followers and like 5 pictures. Like that's where my Instagram started. But you just start today and you start showing up consistently and knowing that you will grow and you'll be able to like shift and whatever as you move forward. But if you are focusing on meeting new people, connecting with them, being yourself, adding value, and then inviting them in, your business will grow. And how you do that really is up to you. There's not one way to have success. That's one of the most amazing things about Zaya, is there is not just one way. I challenge you to keep going when you feel like it's hard. It's felt hard to me. There have been times that I've wanted to give up, but thinking of what I'd be giving it up for and going back to, I don't ever want to do that again. I want to be here for my kids. I want to be present. I want to be here for you. Most of the times that the times are hard, it's because I'm in here or I'm comparing. Okay. So working on yourself and just giving yourself permission to be who you are frees you from that. Okay. If you remain consistent, I promise you, you will find success. Consistency is the key. It's not a certain personality. It's not a certain body type. It's not any of those things. It's being willing to be consistent and show up even on the days that you don't want to. The direct sales industry is projected to have a huge boom again. The athletic wear industry is crazy growing. We are the first athletic wear industry in the direct sales channel, you guys. That is huge. I know this experience is different because I've experienced something so different, but I also appreciate numbers. And when we were at Summit last year, they shared numbers with us that were outside, like third-party things. Okay. Zaya reps get paid 3 to 4 times more than other leading direct sales industries. We 80% of our over 80% of our revenue is from customers. That is huge in the direct sales industry, you guys. 50% is what is required to be a legitimate business, and direct sales will like twist the numbers to make it so. We have a product that does not require teaching. It doesn't require proof. It doesn't require convincing. It is, you simply see it and you're like, oh my gosh, that's cute. You put the leggings on, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like a freaking $1,000,000. Like, just don't overcomplicate it. Wear it, share it every single day. Find a way to share it every single day. And know that it really does. It's one that really truly does sell itself. So anyway, you guys get to be here. You get to be a part of this. You get to take advantage of this opportunity, as long as you decide to show up and plug in and trust yourself through the process. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking. But do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So you mentioned having a link open, like an event link open all the time. So if I have the in-person party, can I have the event link open for an online party for like, and have that open for a month?
Yes. So I actually wouldn't even do 2 separate links. So really the link in your back office is just to generate a link that makes it so you get commissions and hostess rewards.
Yeah.
Someone can shop on your website not through a link and you'll still get commissions. You just won't get those hostess rewards. Yep.
Yeah.
So the only thing I use my back office for, and maybe other people do it differently, but I only use it to generate a link. And I will use that same link until I get it to the place that I want it to redeem my hostess rewards. So whether that be, because there's party tiers too, just like there's commission tiers, they're actually the same. So 200, right? 600, 1,000. 200 of sales in a party gets you $20, 2 items at half off. 600 gets you $65, 3 items at half off. 1,000 gets you $150, 4 items at half off.
Okay, so I have my normal Zaya Active website open.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says under here like party details. So should I put it as though it's in person or do an online one?
I would just say like Christine Zaya launch party, something simple like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like that's the same place. So say if you're doing a party for someone, right? You create the link in the exact same way, but you just say like Charlene's Zaya Bash or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. Then you'll fill out her information. And so I'll show you really.
So should I have it be a party or an online party even?
Either one. It doesn't matter. It does the same thing.
Okay, so should I put the address?
So it does make you put an address. I don't personally worry about putting my hostess's address or even the address where I'm doing it because it really doesn't matter. You're not using that to identify anything. You really are just sharing the link from there.
Okay.
The only time you would need the actual hostess's address is when you're closing their party out so that the items they get go to them. Does that make sense?
So this one's mine because we're doing mine. Like it'd be from the 23rd today until September 23rd. You can do like a month.
Mm-hmm. So they always have to be 30 days or less. So I always try to do it around 30 days.
Do you have those starting and ending time matter?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep. None of that matters. So if you see on my page right now, I don't even have one open for me. I better go do that. So when I went to my website, you go to shop and it'll show you all the events that you have open. So let me actually see why I don't have one open. Maybe I just closed one recently. Oh yeah, I must have just closed one. Oh wait, this was it. So, okay, so you asked about the whole time. So this is what I do. I'll just tell you, like, so say I'm not actively doing a party and maybe I'm not getting as many sales in my own party link in a month. And say it's been that 30 days and my event link is only at like 200 still, but I want to wait till it gets to 600 to close it out. Okay. You'll see that event here. You just click on edit, just like, and then you go to the details. This is where you were at to fill it all out, right? Yeah. And then I would just change this. So hold on, I need to move this. There's a thing that's in the way. So I would just change this to now, today, and then go to September, click about 30 days out, and then I just click through because it makes you do it.
Yeah.
You'll always want to make sure this is clicked, show on site, whatever your thing is. Like when it's my own personal link, I usually just say Meg's VIP shopping link. Whatever you want to do though, it really doesn't matter. And then you don't need to fill out anything here because there's no star. You don't need to fill out anything here. You do want to make sure you have allow shopping. And then this address down here, you do need to fill out. Now, the only thing to know about this is if you have a link open and you have a link for a hostess, you can't have the same email and password. But literally what I do every time is do the same email on every single one. But then the password, I just like this because you never have to use it again.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It really, and then I have my address in there. Even when I'm doing someone for a hostess, I usually just put my address at this time. And then I push update and continue. Okay. You'll see it on my site now, but now I just go back into details just where I was. And this is the link. You could copy this and send it to someone. But now if you see back here, so this is my my front office, right? This is where people shop.
Yeah.
If I now refresh this, because I just went through and updated that, you'll see mine and you'll see hers.
Okay.
So if you were to give someone your website, myzaya.com/ whatever it is, they click on shop, they will see that shopping link here.
Okay. So no, the password doesn't matter.
No.
And the address, they are not going to necessarily see it.
Yeah, they won't. The only thing they see is this. So they see the name and they see the name of the party and then like the opening and closing date, but that doesn't matter because you're telling them in an individual message, hey, I'm having a launch party. This is the day and time.
So Megan, you went in and extended the dates on one of your things. So potentially you could keep just extending 30 days at a time, multiple times until you hit $600.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And I'll even offer that to like hostesses. Say a hostess like didn't quite get to 600 or didn't quite get to 200. Like, hey, and I always let them know, like, I have had parties that they get 2 sales and I've had, they do it 3 months later and they get $1,000 party. Timing is huge. Like, don't make it mean anything about you. But if you would like me to, I can leave this link open for you. You can continue to share it with others. You can shop from it yourself. And then when you want to, we can close out the rewards.
So I went to the part where now it says like guest list. How do I get past that so I can see the link?
So you just want so all of these other things, when you say update and continue, it'll automatically take you to the next one. Just go back up to the top and click details.
Oh, okay.
This is literally the only page out of all of these up here that I even worry about.
So it's not the party home, it's the party shopping link?
Either one. It really doesn't matter. Yep.
Okay.
Either one will get them. I think it might be the same thing.
So if I put that in my Facebook page event, then people could technically start buying whenever.
Yep. Yep.
Because I have a friend who she is not able to attend. Yeah. But I could just tell her, hey, you can look through this and.
Yes. And I always tell them and sometimes I'll offer some incentive. Like, hey, the party is this day, but if you order before the party, I'll cover your shipping.
Yeah. That's cool.
And then I usually, this is all up to you guys, because this is your business, but at the actual event, if they're at home, okay, if you order tonight, I will cover your shipping. And it just sometimes gets them to order because usually it's just they go home and they forget, right? It's not that they meant to, it's just life gets busy. So offering some type of incentive for your launch party is fun, doing giveaways, and you guys can decide what that looks like for you. I did a $50 gift card. That was too much on my launch party. I think it's better to do 3 $10 ones to get it into the hands of more people. Because once they try it, they're going to want more. And that opens up a conversation to invite them to do this with you or to host a party and get them some more stuff for free.
Okay. So what's the shipping typically cost?
It just depends. It's like
a percentage kind of thing, or is it
so it's according to weight. So it's $375 is the first one, I think, and then 7 something and then 9 something.
Okay, so it's nominal. It's it's worth it that they bought something.
Yes, I think and all of that's a tax write-off. So
Yeah.
however you keep track of that, like that's a tax write-off, and I think it's a worthwhile investment to get them in the product. 'Cause like I said, it opens a conversation for them to either buy more or for you to do a party for them, or for them to potentially become a rep.
Okay, this is cute. I put in the Zaya party link and I was like, if you buy before the party, then I'll cover your shipping. What? Pretty cool, right?
I love that. I love that. And
Okay, well,
one tip I'll give you guys, like the group and posting all that stuff, that's great. I think it's important, but just make sure you're engaging. Make sure that you're sending individual messages, individual follow-up. I like to compare it to like, say they're like a neighborhood event and they post on the neighborhood Facebook page and they're like, everyone's invited, come barbecue. Like, what is the likelihood of you going to that compared to if someone sent you an individual message like, hey, Christine, I would love for you to come to this thing. It'd be so
right.
fun to see you.
Mhm.
You're way more likely to come. You feel wanted, you feel needed. Like, we as humans want that. So just think of it in that same way. Like, yes, you can post and pray they see it, but they're going to appreciate it more. And it's going to show your sincerity by reaching out to them individually.
So if my friend Stephanie can't come, then I can send her a personal message and just be like, you can still look at the clothes
Yes.
and we'll do another one so you can be in person.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and that's actually something I'm going to talk to you about individually, Christine, because I think we can do like an online group party where you're introducing them to the product on Facebook.
Yeah, like build up beforehand. Yeah.
Yes. And so they can learn things there. You can do lives, show stuff. You can even do a live at the party and kind of show
Yeah.
the products, to
Oh,
make
I
it
really like that idea because I
Yeah.
actually have a lot of best friends that are like scattered across the world now.
Mm-hmm.
And like that would be fun to hang out with them and be like, hey, look at what we're looking at.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. That's what I mean. COVID was amazing for businesses from home because people crave connection, right? And so Zaya provides an opportunity for women to connect and to get uncomfortable and grow. And so it's about so much more than, I mean, yes, it's like this financial thing, but it's about way more than that. And so like focusing on the fact that that's what you're providing for them too, I forgot to mention Summit. All of you guys need to come to Summit. But Summit's like our annual where we
When is
together.
it?
It's the weekend of September 24th.
Oh.
It's in Salt Lake. I have a bunch of like Airbnbs rented for my team. Anyone can stay. We have a few people from other teams staying that are like within walking distance of where they're doing it.
That's cool.
But I was going to share Sarah's story because it's actually really cool. So Sarah's my upline. She's been here since day one. Her business like took off really fast, like the first 3 months. And then it like went and like she was like negative $130 or something. Like she had a bunch of returns and she's like, what am I doing? Like, why did I sign up for this? What was I thinking? Like, I'm an introvert. I have social anxiety. Like, why did I think that I could do this? She was already signed up for Summit. So she went. And even like before Summit, there was 2 weekends in a row where she went and did in-home parties and they were 8-hour round trips. She sold 1 pair of leggings at each party and she's like, what am I doing? Like, I'm away from my family. Like, this is not this is not what I thought it was going to be. Anyway, she went to Summit, and Summit's just, you get the whole vision, you get the whole picture, you get to experience the goodness of the people behind this company. Like, I have hugged them on several occasions. I never even knew who the owner was of my previous company. Like, there are advantages to getting in at this time, and that's just the people they are. They are such good people and they truly care about our success. They care about us as an individual. They care about the customer as an individual. I mean, we have that 1-year warranty. Like, it's just amazing. But you get to just be there and feel of it. And so just your belief in yourself and in the company just grows on this whole other level. Anyway, she went to Summit, but she was planning to quit after. She like knew she had made her decision. Like, all right, I've already planned, I'll go to Summit and then I'm out. But after that, she knew she wasn't out. She was still in. Jeremiah had said something. He's the husband of the founder. He said, Zaya is a rising tide. Rising tides lift all boats. You just get to decide if you're going to put the boat in the water. And she's like, all right, I'm putting my freaking boat in the water. And now her husband's home. She makes incredible amounts of money, and she's changed so many women's lives by her showing up and getting uncomfortable and doing it even when it was hard. So just know that there are going to be hard months. There are going to be months where you question yourself. But I promise if you keep going, the opportunity is here with Zaya. Like, the opportunity is here. We had a single mom, just barely. She's a single mom. She's working 2 jobs, dying, and she just was able to quit one of her jobs, her weekend jobs. Now she's home more with her kids, and she just earned that trip we were just on in Punta Cana. That was her first time on an airplane in her entire life, and she's like almost 40. So it's changing lives in really big ways, like in bigger ways than we realize, and it's simply wearing and sharing stuff that everybody lives in anyway. So anyway, I believe in it so big I could talk about it forever, but I won't. So any other questions you guys have?
So is there a price to join Summit, or is it like if you're a rep, you have to hit a certain mark and you get it for free, or like what's that?
There are some promos that you could have earned Summit, but I think that's like past now. But yes, so it does cost money, but I will tell you, you get that and more. So first of all, you get swag. So you get swag where you get stuff, and that alone costs more than your ticket. And then people come, it's like a timeout for women, or it's like this really big personal development conference. Like, honestly, husbands come, like not just reps come. Like, you could come and you don't even have to be a rep and you would get something out of it. It's just like this incredible uplifting weekend. It's not just about Zaya. It's like they have, like last year they had Jen Sincero there. If you guys know who she is, she wrote You Are a Badass. It's such a good book. But she spoke anyway, and they have people speaking. I could actually show you. I don't even remember the price, you guys, to be honest. For me, it's like a non-negotiable. It's like one of the most worthwhile things for yourself and for your business because of the value that you receive. And honestly, everyone that goes, like, their business takes off afterwards. Because a lot of it, like I've said, it comes down to your thoughts, right? It comes down to your thoughts and how you feel about yourself. And so that is what some of that is. But let me show you who the speakers are. One of them is like a firefighter. Okay, so this guy is speaking. He's written some books, or like one of the top 20 books. Rachel Bodie is amazing. She's actually Sarah's business coach, and I was privileged enough to like be in a mastermind with her. She's built like 6-figure businesses, and now she's awesome. And then this lady, I think, was the firefighter. She's speaking. Last year's summit, have you guys seen the shark movie where her arm gets bit off? What is that lady's name?
Oh yeah, Soul Surfer.
Yes. So she was one of the people at our last summit where Jeremiah and Aaron Bradley went and interviewed her personally. But the day before, so it's like everything's on Saturday, but on Friday, and these are the prices. So it's $250 for in-person with swag, $100 virtual with swag. That means you can watch it from home. And then you still get the swag. And then if you just want to watch it and not get any swag, it's $35.
That's amazing.
So it's like such a good deal. But Friday there is they do like a warehouse tour. You can go to the warehouse in Draper. We as a team are going to be doing a hike in the morning, and actually some of the founders will be there. Rachel Bodie will be there, the lady that's speaking. She's Sarah's coach, so she's going to come on this hike with us. We're going to go on a hike. After that, we'll go to the Draper warehouse, which is freaking beautiful if you haven't been there. They have food trucks, like tons of them. All of it's free. So you get to go through the warehouse, you get to eat and just hang out with people, meet Aaron and Jeremiah and Brenda and all the things. And then that night we have some events planned as a team. Zaya doesn't have anything planned necessarily. Sometimes they have a little thing at the Grand America. But then then on Saturday is when all of the summit is. It's like a all day thing type of thing. And then there is a party Saturday evening.
This was so cool. I'll have to go look through the emails. This probably already was sent, huh?
Yeah,
I'll have
just
to look
search
through
Summit.
all the Zaya emails.
I know. That's
Because
what
I actually
I don't.
can.
What
I
was
can
that?
go. I was like, I can go. I have that weekend, and my daughter's not going to be with me. She'll be with her dad, and I'm like,
You're
okay.
coming then. You freaking deserve it.
And
That's all
that's
I gotta
so
say.
affordable. Like, especially if you get swag and like a personal development weekend. Like, what?
Yes, it's
Have
incredible.
you ever heard of Marie Forleo? She's a business coach for like Oprah and different people. Oh my gosh. So she came up with the best term, especially for people who are creatives. And it is called a multi-passionate entrepreneur.
Oh, I love
So that, like, I've got my business, Harvest Consulting, right? And then I was like so timid to say that I also have this other business with Zaya Activewear.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, I don't want to distract it from that. But then I'm thinking about it. And I was like, no, Marie Forleo had like a dance company, a business consulting, marketing, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
But she would set up her team for success, and then she would just reference the other one and just point people to whatever served them.
Yeah.
And so then I can do that too. I can be like, oh, hey, I meet somebody new and they're not interested in real estate or business, but maybe they want some clothes from me, and then they like the clothes, and then they're like, oh wait, you did business consulting, and or vice versa, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I
They
don't know.
totally bleed into each other. Yep.
Yeah, this call like totally shifted my mind because I was like, I don't want to distract from my current business, but I think you can actually have them help each other.
Yes. Yep. And isn't that amazing? That was just a thought that you had. Simply by switching the thought, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much possibility. And that's with everything in life. If we can just simply change a thought just a little bit and practice.
Well, and I like the
practice.
double dip, right?
Yeah.
So you can double dip. You're like, oh, I'm doing this thing and it counts as personal development. It counts as networking. It counts as like Zaya work. It counts.
Yeah. Yep. I just realized I'm still recording. I should stop recording.